Hi you guys, welcome to another All Nation Line video. I'm John. Today I want to talk about an acronym called AEO. We'll get into that in just a minute. In the past, hobby shops were very vibrant places to find model railroad equipment, and you had experts at the counter that could help you. Today, most of that has gone online. The hobby shops that do exist tend to have minimal inventory or stock, not necessarily very comprehensive, but we would like to introduce to you some of the things we've been doing to enhance the hobby of O-scale model railroading to the community based on our e-commerce website. We developed an interface or web page called the Digital Workbench, and from that particular page offering a lot of interesting links and things to do for the model railroader. One of the areas that we developed called Cool Info will allow you to navigate to some of our digital archives like blueprints, drawings, instructions. You can navigate over to another page for our historical catalogs, magazines, and images. Now, most of this information is structured data, and it's structured for the purposes of artificial intelligence utilization. We've done a good number of blog articles, and those articles have led from one thing to another, and the most recent item we developed was a Teen Association of Model Railroad Modeling Article Index. So it's a page where you can search for a modeling topic, and it has searching for modeling articles across more than 950 articles. Now, the articles were embedded in the newsletters that were sent out to the members of the organization, and so you can easily find what the teens were producing, talking about, writing about, and bring up the exact PDF very quickly and go to the article. The next index we did was the O-scale resource, similar to the Teen Association of Model Railroad, where you can search for a modeling article across all the issues that were published from 2013 to 2026. O-scale resource is an online magazine published 6 times a year. So the term AEO stands for Answer Engine Optimization. AEO is the practice of structuring our content so AI systems can understand it, select it as answers to your questions. Think of it as the evolution of a search engine optimization, or SEO, a term you may have heard web developers mention, where they're trying to get content rankings high when searches are done on such search engines as Google. The AEO, though, competes to be the answer. In other words, if you ask it a question, you would expect to get a direct answer. AI systems like Copilot, ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, and Google's AI overviews don't show 10 blue links. They synthesize, they extract, they choose winners. And by winners, we mean an answer directly to the question that you may be asking. So, in addition, we've also developed an O-scale parts index on our site. And again, this does a lot to structure the data that will be used in AEO. And probably the most interesting and perhaps fun area to explore is Ask the Workbench. Now, this is an AI expert where you can ask it just about any question, whether it's general or specific, about O-scale model railroading. Like one example, specific example would be as if you wanted to know what a particular part number was. So you ask, well, what is part number C1406? It'll come back with a name and description if it's on our site. The general questions, a lot of times it will also give good answers and may actually give answers that are outside of our website. So it's easy to use. It doesn't require technical skill, but it helps you not only find product, but it's a learning experience as well, because a lot of times the questions you're asking for, you're looking for information, how-tos, and this information is coming from our FAQs, our blogs, and it's very enjoyable to be able to get direct answers. I look forward to any of the comments you have. We look to keep refining this and make it more useful to the hobby community, and your comments would be welcome on our channel for helping us improve what we've been working on, and we'll see you on the next video.